Mel Harris, Garbagemanpiper. Just taking a break. It's been a long day and we're only halfway through. I'm doing a rating on an Oliva V. Excuse me. I got busy watching Jay Montone's last video, and it's phenomenal. You really need to go see it. I'm happy that he can talk about his pipes the way he does and present his pipe making the way he has. He has come a long ways. It takes a bit to put yourself out and do that, and to be able to have a product you can do it with, and he does. He absolutely does. So anyways, we're almost finished with the first third. This is a Longoria long cigar. And so anyways, with that, I'll finish up into the second third. See you after the intro. Okay, I'm back. So let's chat about this stick for a bit. Like I normally like to do. On the first third, I normally like to go into Cigars Aficionado and just see what they rated it, see what they say about it, mainly to see what I can expect from it. It's burning nice. I mean, I've already knocked off the ash, hung for quite a bit. It is a 38 ring grain, 7 inches long. It's a Lancero. I may have said Longoria, but it's a Lancero, and it's a pure. So the filler, the binder, and the wrapper is all Nicaraguan. The ratings on this over the years has been ranges from 88 to 94. So you're probably calling it a good solid 92, 91, 92 rating on the cigar. Sorry about the squeaky rocker here I'm in. Interesting flavors. I'm enjoying it. It's not my Cameroon go-to, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. Notes of something I wasn't expecting, pistachio. Little hint of when you get a pistachio nut and kind of chomp on it. Buttery nougat. Some hints of almond. It was the right stick for me right now. And again, my mentality is a little bit different than it was my last rating. And unfortunately, you know, these ratings are just as individual as the individuals rating them. The start of it, so when you talk about the presentation in the rating book, and again, I'm using Cigars Daily, it seems every time I do a rating, I'm asked questions about where did I get this. Cigarsdaily.com, you can get this. So usually the people that ask me, I usually give them a link to it, but cigarsdaily.com. And for me, it's just a guideline, you know, a place for me to make my notes. The first third burned right at 30 minutes. So just a nice burn. But as far as the presentation on the wrapper could be me and not it. My humidor will range from the it'll range from 63 to 73, depending on how well I've taken care of it. But I rated the wrapper a 3 out of 5. The band, I rated a 5. I think for what it is, it's nice. The firmness, a 3 out of 3. As far as the oils go, no idea. There's my pin. As far as the oils go, it's not soaking the moisture, you know, out of my lips. I'm probably going to rate it a 3 out of 3. So I've got 6, 10, 13 out of... So on presentation, I rated it a 13 out of 15. I'm sitting on the front porch because the wind, the prevailing wind blows from the south. It's blowing towards southeast. I don't know what that's called, but our prevailing wind comes to the back of the house. So I've got a little bit of turbulence in here, which isn't really causing a whole lot of havoc on the burn. So as far as smoking characteristics, there's 23, whether you want them points, on smoking characteristics. On the light, I was watching Nick Perdomo showing how to light a cigar, learned a lot about when to remove the band. And the band pretty much will tell you when it's ready to be removed. I could probably remove this one right now as it loosens up. As far as the burn, I mean, I'm easily almost halfway through the cigar. And I'm good with the burn. I think it's burning at a good rate. So I'm probably going to give it a high point for a burn. The draw, I would think you would expect on a Lancero or a Langora, a thinner cigar, to probably be rolled tighter. So I gave it a 6 out of 8. Not a real hit. It's perfect for this cigar. But I still rated it a 6. So out of 23, I gave it a 21. So it took a 2-point hit on presentation and a 2-point hit on smoking. As far as consistency, I'm enjoying it. That note that I look for, which really seems to be consistent. And I don't know if it's because I've been smoking more Nicaraguan binder filler wrappers. And so I'm just catching that consistent note. But it has been consistent. As far as flavor qualities, I'm surprising myself how much I'm really enjoying this cigar. Smoothness, it's nice, kind of buttery. Sorry about the rocking. I'm a rocker, and I'm in a rocker, so I'm rocking. Sorry. So once I get further into the final third, I'll finish up on flavors, consistency, smoothness, overall impressions, where we're going to go in that last third for sure. We're going to be talking about the quality of blend, flavor progression, finish, speed of burn. I could probably give you the speed of burn now. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. As far as the price goes, I don't think I bought this cigar. It was probably given to me, so heck yeah, it's a 5 out of 5. But I think they run about $8. And for me, I don't know if I would buy this Lancero a 30-inch wrap or a 30-inch ring. I don't think I'd buy that for $8. I'm sure if you bought a box of them on CI, it would compete with that price or even better it. So I'm going to continue smoking this down, and when I come back, we'll finish flavor and we'll finish overall impression and get a rating on this bad boy. We'll see you in a bit. All right, I am back. I'm in the third, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through the third. And I don't expect any surprises really in the last little bit. So let's finish up this rating. We already talked about presentation, smoking characteristics, and now we're going to talk about flavor and overall impressions. So flavor has an overall rating of 26. It's made up of consistency, flavor quality, and smoothness. Consistency has a 9. I rated it a full 9. Flavors have remained consistent. And as far as flavor qualities, the pistachio, just the butteriness of it, a little bit of almond. I found that in the last third, we'll get into that. So as far as smoothness, it has an 8. I gave it a 6. Probably could have done better than that. Between out of 8, between 6, 7, 8. I went with a 6 on that. So as far as flavor, out of 26, I rated it a 24. My overall impression, the quality of the blend. The quality of a blend, you could give up to 12. I gave it a 10. Flavor progression, basically where I get that was the flavors consistent, and did any new flavors enter during the last part of the last third, or in the last third. In the last third, I started getting a little bit more of what the Cigars aficionado was calling an earthiness. And I don't know if that was just due to all the smoke coming through the last third, but nothing unpleasant, just a nice mulchy earthiness. So out of flavor progression, you can give an 8. I gave a 7. As far as the finish, you could give it a 6. I gave it a 5. Speed of the burn, I gave it 5 of 5. 30-minute burn through the first third, right on 30 minutes for the second third. And of course, I won't finish this all the way to the end, but it's burning right at the same rate. Price, you could go to 5. I went to 4. It was free, but I'm just ranking it based on what I've seen them go for. My overall rating on this out of 100 was 89. That's probably a pretty good rating for me, not having a trained palate, not really probably picking all the nuances out of this cigar that are there. Just who I am. I mainly am rating flavors and things through the retrohell. I know I had somebody tell me, well, you should only retrohell like once through each third or a couple times each third. Well, then for me, because my taste palette, and it's the same way with cigar tobacco, I don't get much taste. So I need to retrohell to really enjoy the tobaccos that I'm smoking. And it's not a pushed retrohell. It's just letting the smoke go through. That way you're not getting that burn that you would get from a cigar on a retrohell. The question I always ask, would I buy a box of these? No. For one thing, I like to smoke 50 to 52 inch ring grain cigars. This one has behaved well, which gives it, it leans to its quality of its wrap and its wrapper. I did get a nick hit about an hour and 20 into the cigar. So I started getting notes of chocolate and almond, because it's dark chocolate and almond that I'm eating to keep the nick hit away. Probably a little heavier cigar than I would normally smoke on a midday, just because I got to work. But that dark chocolate really did the job for me, staved off the nick hit. Just one good sized chunk's all it took. But a very pleasant smoke. Could I recommend this cigar? Absolutely. Oliva makes a great, is a great brand of cigar, regardless of the series. I've got some Series O's that I want to try. I think they're more in the Robusto size, so looking forward to that. There you go. Nothing earth-shattering, but just what I needed. Temperature here in El Paso right now, it's 85 on an 89 degree day is a high. And sitting in the shade, just enjoying a chooch. Mel Harris, Garbagemanpiper saying, sweet chicken baby, y'all be safe out